Last week, private pilots were up in arms over new fees imposed by the government, and this week, commercial airliners have joined in on the protest, threatening to stop their services if these fees aren't reversed. Now, Minister of Financial Services Lynden Pindling is defending the government's stance and says he's prepared to wait out any action, though he will meet with operators in the interim. Our Janelle Ferguson is on the story.
Online reports suggest that major commercial airlines like Delta, American, and JetBlue are threatening to pull their services out of the country in the wake of imposed taxes. This includes an increased departure tax of $25 per person, a 1% administrative processing fee capped at $500 per import, which replaces a $10 stamp duty levy, and other fees. But despite these concerns by those in the industry, Financial Services Minister Lynden Pindling says he doubts the pullout will happen.
If you have a jurisdiction representing 40% of your Caribbean travel, a $150 tax is going to dissuade you from eliminating 40% of your travel. You know, nobody likes increased fees. The methodology behind a lot of these fees is just cost recovery.
Hoping that those airlines do not pull the plug, Pindling says government will sit down with airline operators to explain the reasoning behind the new taxes.
The government of the Bahamas provides in excess of $4 million in subsidies to these same airlines that are coming to the Bahamas. The government pays certain marketing expenses and other subsidies to them. So it's not like we don't have a cooperative relationship with the airlines.
Since the government plans to meet with airline operators on the issues, could this mean that the fees will change? Pindling says,
I don't think you will see that. I don't think so, although you would have to speak to the Ministry of Finance.
The fees, he says, are not excessive, but he did admit that there has been some misinformation about many of the new fees in other sectors.
There was no increase in cruising permits by the government of the Bahamas. Yet there was misinformation out there that caused a lot of discussion and fury when it was all inaccurate. And so we have to be very careful with information. We have to be very careful with the true impact of what we're doing.
An internet petition is being circulated to collect at least 1,000 signatures to present to Prime Minister Perry Christie and tourism officials to repeal the new fees. At last count, there are about 480 signatures on that list. Janelle Ferguson, ZNS Network News.